Oh, you haven't bought the DLC yet? Okay. Okay. How's it now? Yeah, put it on difficult.
say it. We barely made it out of that one, and it's only going to get worse. We all know it. We are going to die down here. For what?
You're afraid of dying?
You're all gonna die down here.
This on.
Oh, believe me, I'm ready to die. But I wanted to count.
Shit.
Ammo deployed. Resupply depleted.
You got some sort of death wish.
Not a death wish, Lonnie. But when the dust settles, I want to have made a goddamn difference.
Yeah.
We're in. Let's go. We will fight our way inch by fucking inch if that's what it takes. We all took this mission to make a difference. And we have our orders, outsider. Now, let's make it count.
Look, old man, all I know is I want our sacrifice to matter. Take a look around. We have to face the facts. The way things are going, this will all be for nothing. So, Lonnie, we almost there.
Not even close.
We made it this far. We'll find another way down.
Goddamn cog. Just can't admit defeat, can you?
I'm done taking shit from boy.
To hell with the objective.
The hell you doing?
Making it count, brother.
Move! Deadly toxin detected. All personnel must vacate safely. Don't stop! The gas is taking care of them!
It'll kill us too. Keep moving.
See a way out! Let's move, Scorpio! Now what?
Grab hold and take the shot.
Go, go, go!
Do you read? Can anyone hear me? Guys?
Hey, Hannah!
We're a little busy running from this toxic fucking gas!
You detonated the payload? How did you get down there so fast?
We did it!
What? I see. Is it working? The gas.
It's working on everything! Including us!
Alright, get to the surface ASAP for extraction. I'll go talk to Hoff.
Copy! objectively failed our mission.
Kiss my ass, Grandpa! You saw with your own eyes the gas didn't work.
Would you two shut the hell up? Tech, copy? We're in trouble.
We ride the giant door down a lava river to be completely accurate.
I read you. What?
Fast as you can make. We're moving south from the main entrance.
Okay, on my way.
Damn you, relentless monster!
Yeah, have a nice laugh, Mac. We objectively failed our mission.
Kiss my ass, Grandpa! You saw with your own eyes the gas didn't work.
Would you two shut the hell up? Tech, copy? We're in trouble.
We ride the giant door down a lava river to be completely accurate.
I read you. What?
Fast as you can make. We're moving south from the main entrance.
Okay, on my way.
Damn you, relentless monster!
Yeah, have a nice laugh, Mac. We objectively failed our mission.
Kiss my ass, Grandpa! You saw with your own eyes the gas didn't work.
Would you two shut the hell up? Tech, copy? We're in trouble.
We ride the giant door down a lava river to be completely accurate.
I read you. What?
Fast as you can make. We're moving south from the main entrance.
Okay, on my way.
Enemy down!
Come get your ammo. Make 'em count.
Ready for impact! Brace yourself!
Judy! That gas really didn't work so good now, did it?
Because you didn't let us deploy it correctly. Enemies crossing overhead. Moving right to flank.
These swarm bastards have nothing better to do? The island is on fire, you fucking idiot!
Threat
That tree's
neutralized.
gonna pin us in!
Keep them off our ride.
burning fast enough!
Then shoot it!
We're through!
Yeah, looks good now. Probably better on PC though. Oh, fuck.
Hell you think would happen, you dumb bastard? You kick the goddamn
We're fucked from the start!
Knock it off! We need to work together if we're going to survive this.
Where the hell are we going?
Look, coming!
Where'd that flock go?
Lock's back!
on the roof there! Allow me to drop on it!
Maybe we should have used lava to kill the swarm instead of that gas.
Lock's back!
On the roof there! We can get the lava to drop on it!
Maybe we should have used lava to kill the swarm instead of that gas.
Resupply on me! Clock's down!
God damn it! We're jammed up against the wall! We've got to push ourselves loose. Help me out.
Let me give you a hand there. More precisely, a grenade. Clear!
Nice! We're clear!
Old Mac saves the day again! Please hold your applause.
They're still riding that goddamn door down a river of lava! Thanks to you!
Connection! Riding a goddamn door down a river of lava alive! Thanks to me!
Do it! We got a scion!
I got this, hopefully.
They're still riding that goddamn door down a river of lava. Thanks to you.
Correction! Riding a goddamn door down a river of lava alive! Thanks to me!
Show it! We got a scion! Watch those hunters! Damn it! Another tree!
One shot, one kill. For him, not me.
They're still riding that goddamn door down a river of lava. Thanks to you.
Correction! Riding a goddamn door down a river of lava alive! Thanks to me!
Show it! We got a scion! Watch those hunters! Damn it! Another tree!
Brace your impact!
Judy, on the left! Take out that Judy! Round, far side!
Stick to the plan! Hold these bastards off!
Keep 'em coming!
Ammo's ready. Come get your ammo. Judy!
Drones, far side!
Stick to the plan! Hold these bastards off!
That's all I've got. I'm hit. Losing blood.
Over here! I'm bleeding out!
Judy!
Shoot up here! Up top! Scion!
Roots aren't gone yet! Keep shit!
That's it!
Watch it! Trees coming down!
Come on, come on! And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with us.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Carry out up ahead!
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about
You get splash damage. An air burst above you.
Here. Now that's lucky.
everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about it.
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with us.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Carry out up ahead!
I'm all out.
Alright, so I just gotta wait for him. So that's good, that's good.
And we're out of here! Now that's
I
lucky.
think I'll be okay, I just gotta avoid these.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't...
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with us.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Carry out up ahead!
Okay.
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with us.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Carry out up ahead!
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with us.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Carry out up ahead!
I'm just gonna make random movements. AK, you know, I'm trying to find like some kind of safe zone. So I'm gonna try to juke them, obviously.
pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You know.
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about this.
Like, as soon as you hit that, it doesn't allow you to, like, move, you know? It's really, really aggravating.
Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue.
I'm not gonna fire because the animation fucks me over.
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with others.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Hurry up ahead!
I was behind motherfucking cover.
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't.
They make it look like I'm gonna go right, and then I'm gonna go left.
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with others.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Hurry up ahead!
Okay, I think I got this.
And we're out of here! Now that's lucky.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth, relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working.
Okay, continue going right, and then I could go left.
And we're out
Get the
of here!
pattern down. Get the first one down.
Lucky.
And I'll do the second one.
Everything's a joke to you. Getting pie on the skin of your teeth,
Alright, here it comes.
relying on your luck. You don't have a clue about working with others.
Listen, old man, I don't give a shit.
Enough! Hurry up ahead!
Got to reach out!
Looks like I made it just in time, eh, friend? I wouldn't celebrate quite yet, Scorpio. Your ride's coming to an abrupt end. Gonna need you three to take a leap of faith.
What the hell's that mean? Oh,
We're ready, son! Get that thing as close as you can!
already on it. Get ready.
We all made it!
Well then, let's get you back to Galangi. First class trip with quite a view.
I got it.
Aye, and it's a good thing I did, or we would have died for nothing.
That wasn't the mission. That's your decision.
I like to do the campaign a certain way. So,
I think we can all agree the mission was a failure.
Not if we uncover new data. Anything?
The drones, Juvies, roasted them. Heavier swarm. We didn't have the punch we needed. You got anything stronger?
Something that can sink the entire island, maybe. But how about a few canisters of that nightmare acid that killed all them bastards on the beach, eh?
Dan, you might be onto something.
I was joking.
Even if that could work, there's a problem. We don't know what's responsible for the attack or where to find it.
Why, Leahy. My gran used to tell me stories about her people. How the young men and women would travel the ocean to face a god. It was their rite of passage. If anyone knows something about what we saw on the beach, It's my grandmother's people.
Well, go then. Make contact. See what you can learn. Hannah, you prep for field work. I want you there to ask the right questions.
I'm on it. Let's go, Scorpio.
Welcome to Wiley, Scorpio. Once you've propelled in, I'm gonna find a spot nearby. Don't need any more of these last-second rescues.
You and me both, Tack.
No love on this thing. I like adventure already.
All right. Let's see what we can learn from the locals.
All right.
What's the plan with the Taxon, Hannah?
If we obtain some of that.
Oh, I'm done. Good. No wonder why it was so fucking hard, man. Sort of. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I just wanted to beat that one, you know, the fuck was it called? The one that shot out that thing? Not the Pouncer, but those. Nope. Just want to see what chapter 3 was. Oh, Into the Fire. Oh, that whole level was chapter 3? That's pretty short. So there's 6, yeah. Only 6 chapters, leave lobby. I got Forever. More Lethal, more Sires. I mean, I could try this. What do you think is good? Kate? Nomad? Cole? I like how I do it. So this is how I figure it, right? I'll get either 9,000 gold, then I could upgrade that, or I'll get at least a few purple cards, and I could upgrade it and it'll be cheaper. Either way, it's a win-win. Then all those cards will go towards the 20. I now do. Let me give it a second. Alright, he left. Good. Here we go. Alright. Level 7? Level 6? It's a Game Pass free game, man. It's like, Mom, I have 2 hours. I want to play. The fuck off the Xbox, man. fucking try to put a filter on. Got to be over 18. I know, right? That's what they should do, you know? They have a Twitch over 18, they should have an Xbox over 18. You can't join my game unless you're 18. And they suck, I'll just be like, look, you need to get the fuck off. You didn't buy the Xbox yourself, get the fuck off. I'm just saying, you know. I have standards. Might not look like it. And they're extremely purely based on me not wasting my time on the Xbox. I don't know. Yeah, I could probably do that. It says up there, it says what Hive. Yeah. Pretty much everybody is, you know, it's just like people get the benefit now when you're young to play with really experienced players and we have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, fuck, dude. Yeah. Well, whenever you go and change a title, it refreshes everything, so. So every month I don't have a PlayStation and Xbox Series X not come in, I'm just gonna upgrade my my setup. So when it does come in, I'll have everything. Just have it right. All I have to do is put it right there and it's good. Depends. There's good people and bad people. But out here there's a lot of like poverty or whatever. And there's nepotism. And so you got incompetent people that run the place or whatever, so it's really degraded, like in terms of services and everything. So everything suffers because of it. So it's not like the mainland where, you know, you go to your government and you get this or that. It's subpar stuff because all they do is copy and paste whatever the mainland has to over here, and it's not really applicable because they don't really know what they're doing or want to put in the work. So then the economy suffers, the opportunity suffers. Yeah, it's basically like a tier up from the Philippines. But you know, if you lived here your life, you don't realize it. But if you come here, you see it instantly. You know. It's like if I walk down like whatever they expect like me to come out of the way. So sometimes I have to physically pick up people and move them. I'd be like you gotta do, what you gotta do, man. I was like, I'm not used to people not moving out of my way. So it's two different personality types. And on top of that, you got a lot of Filipinos say they're Puerto Rican, so you got like this really awkward conversation with a lot of people and be like, you don't have my personality, but you claim it. Here I fought in Jersey and New York for Latinos to have respect, and then you want to parasite off that. Yeah, exactly. And so it's just like really bizarre. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just, and here I am, you know, saying since I was 12, 13, I was incarcerated, and then I joined the Marine Corps to get out of all that nonsense. Yeah, it's really bizarre. It's one thing to like, you know, saying behave like another race. It's one thing to accuse another race of being something else. So I could state what I am, and I'm telling the truth, you know what I'm talking about? But to claim another one is just really bizarre, man. So it's just like, here I am, Navajo, whatever, grew up in an Italian household, German, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I have all these different things in me or whatever, but I don't claim anything that I'm not. And then you got this whole different people who don't even claim they're Asian. It's just bizarre to me, you know? And then, don't get me wrong, you get a lot of Filipinos that do whatever, but it's like 20% of them don't, and those are the 20% I keep on meeting, right? And they try to pull the same bullshit they pull on the island to me. I'm like, I'm not from here. You don't do that. Yeah, exactly. Don't pull your shit. I'm not from here. Don't do that shit to me or whatever. And that's why, like, I stiff arm people away from me before, whatever. Maybe even before they come up to me, you know what I'm saying? It's this really bizarre island, man. And so, and they act surprised, like, dude, what do you think? What do you think was gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like my attitude comes from being incarcerated, from the color of my skin from a very young age. You know what I'm talking about? That's where my attitude, my accent, because it's really like a prison accent that I got or whatever. So over here it's just like, oh, well, you're trying to act black or whatever, whatever. But that's what all they see. You know what I'm talking about? And the thing is, like, if you give me the opportunity to not care about you, I'm not going to care about you. And so that's anything less than being cool with me. If I'm cool with you, you don't respond back, then basically I gotta treat you like an animal because you think I'm an animal. Yeah, I mean, if I have to, I will. I'm adapted. You know, if I gotta be in college, I'll listen to people. Shit, you know, I'm talking about to get my degree. You know, but if I don't got to, I'm not going to. I don't live in a white man's world. If I'm nice to somebody, if a white person's nice to somebody, they get positivity back 80% of the time. Not all the time. The world's fucked up. But if a person of color puts out positivity, they don't get that back. For a white person to a person of color, black or Latino, I mean, by and large, it doesn't work as a white person. It does work. Don't get me wrong. On the average, it does, but to a lesser extent. And it's a disservice to someone with black or Latino to be nice. And if you don't get it back, you instantly gotta switch up. You gotta be aggressive, man. And I think that's the whole thing. And then you gotta turn up. If you meet aggression, you gotta meet that aggression and turn up a notch. And of course, you gotta be legal about it. But you know, this is how it is. That's the beauty of this country. You could defend yourself, you know, what's under the Constitution. So, and I guess being incarcerated and being in front of the court system so much, I know the law, and then going to the military, it just you know the law to even a higher extent. And gives you this confidence, and that's what they mean by, I think, confidence, because you understand what you're allowed to do, you know? So. Yeah, I wish. That is just not how it is. You're not judged on your accomplishments. Especially in the era of Trump. It's antisocial, you know? It's just like, through the test of time, people were judged, you know, on, you know, these are constants. You know, if someone treats you one way, you mirror that back. That's normal. That's a normal society or whatever. You could jump this high. You accomplished this military achievement. You got this degree, whatever. It gains some respect. People who are racist and biased do not. They won't call it that. They'll just say, I don't give a fuck, whatever, who he is, whatever. But that's racism. That's bias. You know what I'm talking about? That's treating someone based on their color of their skin, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care if he was in the military. I don't care if he has a degree. I don't care if he's cool, whatever. Matter of fact, if he's cool, whatever, I'll just say he's a bitch. If he's funny, whatever, I'll just say this, whatever. Whatever his personality is, fuck him. Because the color of his skin, matter of fact, I'll use the other fucking thing. I'll treat him like a piece of shit, making associations with all this negativity with the color of his skin, whatever, so people feel okay, and justify the racism, making that, and they'll probe this stuff, you know what I'm talking about? They'll see if anybody's okay with it, and they'll keep pushing, to see if it's okay to be racist. Is it okay to be negative? Is it okay to say these things, even though he achieved all that? Then they know they're dealing with other racism, and they don't really have to do anything of talent, anything of skill, or even a personality, be like, oh, I don't like him because he's holding a pen. Well, if you don't like him because he holds a pen, let's all jump on that person based on the color of his skin, but let's make it look like something legitimate, even though it's like, oh, well, in this time frame where we don't like people that hold it in pen, therefore we don't like him, even though that's something trivial. So if you say something trivial, you don't like it, you're probing to see if people are also racist and be like, we could also jump onto it. So you get all these frivolous little things that people say that they don't like him, but it's just really racist. Now it's like I don't pick up on it. I'm like, man, I don't even want to deal with it. So I see those little things. I'm not dealing with you. I don't need to deal with you. My money comes from the federal government. Comes as external. You can say all this shit and have all people make up all this other bullshit and say like I come from Mars, you know, this other than that other shit. But that's not the truth. You know what I'm talking about? I have on paper that I'm Native American. I have on paper that I'm from New Jersey, from the Jersey Shore. I have on paper legitimately that, you know, saying I was in the Marine Corps, I got a degree, whatever, that the Marine Corps pays me money every month. You know what I'm talking about? So you could say the opposite or whatever. You could create all that bullshit, but why give a fuck? It's not directly said to me. And when it's directly said to me, I just fucking stiff arm it away. So it means nothing to me. That exists in your bullshit. It doesn't happen in my reality because I crush it. So I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm talking about? And if you say, I don't give a fuck about you, I'm not going to give a fuck about you. You just made yourself not a person in my eyes, so I'm not going to treat you like a person, you know what I'm talking about? And people are like, well, this, that, and the third, whatever, right? To me and shit like that. But you come up to me like that, you know what I'm talking about? And I have a legal, and you come threaten me or whatever, and threaten my life or whatever, I'm allowed to fucking use deadly force, whatever, because you basically said, I'm not a human, so I could be violent towards you. I could do pretty meditative violence to you because you're not a human. Therefore, you're not a human, and I want to treat you like one, and I could use deadly force. Simple as that. And I don't need to deal with you, so either you be cool with me when I'm cool with you, if not, That's going to be the outcome. So I don't have to worry about shit because I get paid at the end of the day, and then I'll use my skill and my talent to make money. And people don't realize that. You know what I'm talking about? When you break things down to that primal, you're fucking yourself. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what this community does. Because they're like, well, I don't have to be cool with these people. I don't have to be that. Because only these people bring me money, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I ain't going to bring you money. I ain't going to do shit for you. I don't need to do shit for you. And you can hide behind being native or whatever. But I know what native is, what the government says you're native. You don't fucking say, well, my cousin, brother, or whatever, and then hide behind it or whatever, and say you have a right and be like, oh, motherfucker, you go home. No, you motherfucker go home. You know what I'm talking about? Have a smidget and whatever and say you have a right to even be whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Not to me. You can say to the white person, you can say to some other minority, but not to me. And that's why I frustrate people, because I'm up in people's faces about it, and they know I'm right. You can see them getting mad. You can see the purpose dilate. You know what I'm talking about? But like, I don't, like what? Like, what are you going to do? You know what I'm talking about? You going to join the Marine Corps and say you outperformed me, whatever? No, you could probably lie about it, you know what I'm talking about? And be like, oh, well, I was Special Forces Coast Guard or some shit. Or you could probably say, oh, I have a PhD or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? But the truth is, you fucking don't, you know what I'm talking about? So you're left with lying about, you know what I'm talking about, that you outdone me, like in the military or... Exactly, you can. Or in the military and got all these degrees. You know what I'm talking about? And then you've got to be like, well, you know, I'm 7'5" and I could crush him like this or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like, motherfucker, you ain't going to come up to me because I'll fucking cut you apart. You know what I'm talking about? Then I could use deadly force. And you basically just said I'm not a human because then you could do pretty meditated violence on me. And I could use the deadly force to squash that shit. You know what I'm talking about? So I work out my body. You know what I'm talking about? I know the law. I obey the law. I get my advanced degrees, I defend the country with my fucking life, and I get paid for it. And I will get paid for it, and I will continue to get paid for it, and I'll have my business, you know what I'm talking about? So, and the thing is, and then they want me to listen to society. I'm listening to society. I'm not listening to what you tell me what I should listen to or whatever, you know? I'm not white. I'm not going to follow your little box you try to put me in. I'm supposed to respect it. Are you respecting me that I've been in the military? Are you respecting me I was in the Marine Corps? Are you respecting me for being fucking Apache Indian? Are you fucking respecting me for having a degree? No, then fuck you, you know? I don't have to treat you like a fucking human. If you ain't gonna treat me like a human, because treat me like a human, respect the achievements I fucking got, and not based on the color of my skin. Not treat me like I'm fucking from Pakistan. Not treat me like I'm fucking Arab. Or treat me like a fucking Native American. And I'll say that shit regardless and beat you down over the head, you know what I'm talking about, until it fucking gets in your skull that I'm fucking native and you're not the only fucking people on this island that's native. And I achieve shit, and that's what pisses me off, you know? So get the fuck out of my way. Or I'll fucking remove you. And that's what pisses me off. And then people come over like, well, you know, I don't want to say the reason why this, that, and the other is because he achieved shit. He needs to be something else. And that's what my anger was when I was growing up. Because I was native and I had to walk around. Other white people got to see other white people. Other black people got to see other black people. You know what I'm saying? Other Asians got to see other Asians. There's a lot of Asians, 1 billion of them. Other Indians from India got to see other Indians because they're a lot. But Native Americans, we're a dying race. I don't get to walk down the street and say, hey, Billy Bob, how you doing or whatever. I don't get that. So why should I be happy? That's what I'm just saying. That was the source of my anger. But now I quantified it. I didn't understand it back then. But now I understand it. And I know I gotta lift, I gotta study, I gotta build, I engage, I have to talk to people, I gotta better myself every single day. Physically, mentally, financially, everything, you know what I'm talking about? That's what makes me a healthy person. I do. And they know I have a right to be angry. And that's the whole reason people try to change the subject and be like, he has no right to be angry. And they try to change the core of who I am on paper, whatever, be like, well, you know, this, that, and that, they're like, he ain't all that smart. You know what I'm talking about? And I'll be honest with you, I have pageants, but I work out. So I guess, you know what I'm saying, you could probably minimize me somewhat or whatever, and that's why I work out a little bit harder. You know what I'm talking about? You could probably say, oh, he doesn't get good grades. So I try to gets more areas of skill and more education and whatever. So you can't say that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because any little thing they try to get you on, you know? Oh, I have a little pimple here, you know what I'm talking about? So he doesn't look good. Any little blemish, whatever. Oh, then it's a reason not to like him. A hair's out of place, not to like him. Why do you think black people constantly have their hair done? Constantly have braided? Because if their hair is just slightly little nappy, fuck them. They're dirty. I don't want to deal with them. They don't care. They don't care about society. No, they have to go utmost. They got to have their hair straightened. They got to do all this other crazy shit just to fit in, just so they can seem normal. They have to be an athlete. They have to be an entertainer. They have to do all this other shit just so it'd be some average white person be like, oh, that's okay. He'll be cool with me, whatever. He was on the varsity team, whatever. He's equal to me, even though that person of color achieved all up here. And now you see the same thing with gay people, whatever, you know? Oh, well, that person's gay, so they're weak, they're this, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? That person, and that's why these gay people stick together. They have all these business entities or whatever, because I used to be homophobic. And I'd be like, I don't want to be associated with that because that would make me weak or whatever. But then how can I defend civil rights if I don't like all these other people? And how could I be like, well, it's just got to be native if I don't like black people or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Or I'd be like, well, black civil rights doesn't mean anything, but look at Malcolm X, whatever. He said a lot of brilliant things, whatever, but everything black people do for civil rights help out native civil rights. You know what I'm talking about? It's all connected. You know what I'm talking about? And granted, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of black people that are very nationalistic or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, but they isolate themselves in their own little fucking community, and they don't basically only deal with their own people. They're, you know, funny, and you find that out when you grow up. And I was definitely like that. I didn't want to deal with anybody that wasn't Latino, you know? Or if they served me a purpose, then I wanted to deal with them. I just use people like they were like basically fodder and like they were just confetti, you know? I was like, I'll get more of them. Just throw them out. You know, but you grew up. And so I just got reminded of that when I was outside. I'm like, the person just moved across the other side of the bench or whatever, and I was just like, so I went and spoke to the other person. But it's just like, it's so, we just gotta remind our simple people out here. And I have like, I know for a fact people in Seaside were like, I wish, you know, I'm talking about, he was, you know, saying his anger was not legitimate. No, they don't. That's what the island's about. They just don't care. But they're all isolated over here. And but the thing is, when you usually in the mainland, when you so disrespected somebody, that's because a good significant part of the time is that you have something of skill and value above the other person, so you could do that. And that's fucked up in itself, whatever, because it's antisocial and it creates tension and doesn't build bonds, community, whatever. And you know, something that could be something that generates wealth together. You know what I'm talking about? And it's counterintuitive, not counterintuitive, it's counterproductive to make a business, you know, relationship like that. First off, but you do see it. But out here, it's to the point where, oh, well, that must mean that there's some skill and talent, I think, in mind, because that's very street and urban-like or whatever, but it isn't. There is no skill. There is no talent. It's just people being poor and being very sadistic and trivial to each other. So I try to not to get involved in all that. You know what I'm talking about? So I can't talk to you if you're like that. If you do something trivial, you do something thing, and it's just very sadistic, I'm not dealing with you, because I've seen that. I seen the violent aspect of that in Jersey. You know what I'm talking about? Over here, it's just very, it's a weird, sadistic, antisocial from a distance that's not directly to you. It's sort of on this periphery. It's like they want to do it, but don't really have the balls to, and it's sort of like off to the side behind your back, and it's just this weird thing. And it's just like, why would I, if I dealt with it, that means like I would have to keep dealing with it. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with you, you know? Like, you're not my people. I'm not from here. You're not in real estate. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like, why would I want to? It's just weird. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like, and so I can't. You know what I'm talking about? But they're used to people having to deal with it because they're stuck on the island. They're stuck going to the same high school. So you see the same people, the same town. You see the same people. So they're forced to deal with those people. So they think you're forced to do the same thing and behave and give the same behavior back. And I'm like, no, I don't have to deal with you. I literally do not have to deal with you. And I'm just going to deal with the good people. And there are good people in every community. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how some of these people do it. I guess they're related to them. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So, exactly. So they're forced to deal with them because they're related to them. You know, this again is just like, not only the physical proximity to these people, they're actually blood related to by marriage and shit like that. So there's another level of thinking they expect a certain behavior, whatever. If they treat someone like that, I need to deal with it. I don't need to deal with it because when I turn around the corner, all I'm going to do is be like, boom, I never have to see you again. You can see me, but I don't need to know you. I don't need to know your name. I don't need to know what you look like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not stuck on this island. I'm not from this island. I could go to the mainland. I could come back or whatever. Done. And that's how this island is. It is just very poor, man. Very, very, a lot of people poverty, and you got that mentality. And it's just like, I'm the opposite. Other people try to act hard. I try to act calm. No matter where I go, this is normally how I am or whatever. And if I get, you know what I'm saying? If it's legal, this is how I am. But being online, no, because if I do that, people will track me. If I do an RI, people will track me. And I don't want to do that while I'm around. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not having people follow me. I had people follow me when I was in Seaside. Like, I would show up on the shore with my friends. And people would run to the fucking phone booths. I would go to the mall, people would run to the phone booths. I go to fucking the movie theater, people would run to phone booths. Like every weekend, boom, wherever we went. I would call up people and I would tell them I'm going to the movie theater. I'm going to the mall. People that were close to me, you know what I'm talking about? And then we would take off and go to Seaside. And that would give us about a hour before we had to deal with shit. You know what I'm talking about? And it was just a whole total gaslight every fucking minute of the day. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to do RL. Never. Never going to do RL. Like in that regard. I'll show shit that I'm doing or whatever, but not when I have to deal with shit. I click it off and I'll deal with it and how I got to deal with it, you know? I want to be cool. I want to be at peace, you know, but people don't give me the opportunity. And when people give me the opportunity, that makes me happy, you know what I'm talking about? I can go online, get de-stressed. I can deal with good people. I can filter them out. I can be, you know what I'm saying? Well, for the most part, it's like I said. If you're affluent, you don't have to deal with it. You're raised up and you get to deal with certain quality people. That's why I want to work and make sure I get into real estate so I get a certain amount of income. So the only people I deal with, by and large, instead of getting that 20% of good people, now that 20% will now become maybe half. Every person I meet, half of those people are going to be good, or 80% of those people are good. But like, that's a person of color that did something, so let's be cool with them. So every time he's cool with somebody, they're going to be cool back to me. That's the wealth I want to generate. That's the attitude I want to bring back. I want to bring out the best in people instead of walking around and be like, oh man, you know, I'm talking about this, that, and the everything, because I'm just average. You just average, you get the shit. You know what I'm talking? I got to make sure I'm never even, you know, even a thought in the back of mine, I'm like you. I'm better than you. Therefore, you need to be cool around me. That's why I want to go in real estate and generate a certain amount of wealth. That's why I work out. That's why I do everything. That's why I push myself. So, literally, for the basics of human interaction, I'll be real. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm cool with you, I have people that are cool back to me because, unfortunately, it's based on the color of my skin. But anyways, I gotta go. I'm expecting a phone call.